And in Flash, commands are called action scripts. Action scripts. It can be added by selecting the window menu, and then we can select actions, or you can simply press the function key F9, select window, and then actions. And now we can add the command stop at frame number 1. Note that we are now at frame number 1. Wow. Select global function, timeline control, and then we can locate the stop command here. Of course, we have several hundreds of action script commands in Flash. We won't learn all of them. We simply use a few of them. For example, let's double click stop, and then we can see that the command appears here. STOP followed by a empty bracket and end with a semicolon. And now we can test the movie again. Select control and then test movie. And you can see that the movie stopped, so that we can now click on the button. We can click on it. And of course, there is no corresponding action if we click these photos, because we haven't assigned or add the actions of clicking any one of the photos. So how do we add the command when user click on the correct photo, which is the first one? Now we can simply right click the photo or the button. We can select action again, and here we can see the action menu, and we can now select global function, movie clip control, and then select the command on. And actually this on command will recognize or detect our mouse action. We can simply double click it, and then we can say the on release. That means if we press the mouse button, left click, and then release, then it will do something. We can insert a blank line here, and now we can go back to timeline control, and then select go to and stop. And this command will tell Flash to go to and stop at a certain frame. And since the first our correct frame, the frame showing the correct message is at frame number 2, therefore we should select go to and stop at frame number 2. Then this is the correct command, go to and stop bracket 2. And now we can test our movie again. And now you can see that it stopped to allow us to click on a photo. And we click on the first one. It will move to the correct answer frame. Congratulations, you are correct. And now we can repeat for the remaining wrong answer frame. And you should know that if the user click on the wrong photo, it should go to the wrong frame, which is at frame number 3. Therefore, we select the second photo. Again, we select on, release. Make a blank line here. And then select go to and stop at frame. And this time, this should be frame number 3. For the last photo, again we double click it, on, release, create a blank line, and select go to and stop at frame number 3. And now we can test our movie again. If you click the second photo, then you will arrive at the message, sorry, you are wrong. And we test the last photo. Again, we have the message, sorry, you are wrong. And if we are going to add another question, insert the second question, we can simply insert another keyframe at frame number 4. So let's simply this is question 2. Okay. But here comes a problem. How can you move from the correct answer frame to question number 2? Huh? So you have nothing to click on in the correct answer frame, and so is the wrong answer frame. And therefore we can insert a button here so that it allows the user to click on it in order to move to the question number 2. Actually, there are lots of buttons to be selected in Flash. We can simply select Window and then Common Libraries buttons. These are already made buttons created by Flash. For example, we can select this button, Bubble 2. We can select a next button, buttons off. Let's select OK. Buttons run. Or let's use this one. Simply drag it to the stage. And you can also change the text from enter to next, and then return to scene number 1. And actually this is a usable button. It can be used. Simply right click and then select action to add an action script for this button. And since we expect the user to jump to the question number 2, which is at frame number 4, therefore we select on, release, and then insert a blank line and go to timeline control. Go to and stop at frame number 4. Since frame number 4 is the position or the location of the second problem. And actually we can copy this button to frame number 3. Place in place. And now we can test movie again. If we are correct, then we can click next and we can jump to question number 2. And if we answered question number 1, it's right. Control test movie. You're wrong. We can click next again to move to question number 2.